Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We are live on Ken's 5 talking weather for today. We are kickstarting a new pattern this past weekend, and even yesterday was just hot, sunny, highs in the mid to upper 90s, near 100 degrees. Now we'll be trending a little cooler with daily chances for rain. Now, at the moment, not much rain out there. There were a couple of heavier thunderstorms earlier this morning across the northern hill country, but this line that was moving through, which we'll show you on radar, really broke apart. We got clipped by it, especially in North San Antonio. We'll take a look at some of the rain estimates and more rain chances expected later tonight, after sunset really, and then tomorrow morning, and then into Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and then maybe even into Friday. So we're not done with the rain just yet, and we do need more, but early June started off hot and sunny, and now we're entering again another different pattern that may produce a little bit more rain in our area. So outside right now, it's a mostly cloudy sky. If you're heading out to lunch or out to work or anything you got going on in the next 30 minutes to an hour, you're fine. It's mostly quiet, and we'll take a look at radar in a second. But let's talk about the tropics very quickly, just very quickly. It's quiet in the Gulf. We have a couple of storms to the south, not expected to impact land, but it's hurricane season. We have Tropical Storm Barbara and Tropical Storm Cosme. Behind it, an area of interest that could spark off the next storm in the Pacific hurricane season. Remember, the Atlantic hurricane season and the Pacific hurricane season have completely two different sets of names. So this set of names is different from the Atlantic storms, which is the one we watch. That's the Atlantic basin, the ocean area we watch for storms to hit Texas, to hit Florida. And these storms are just going to remain out at sea and become what we call fish storms and just kind of rain out, don't really impact anybody. But the area of interest behind those two storms has a high chance at cyclone development in the coming days. And that may bring some rain to like southwestern Mexico, but really no immediate threats to land in the near future. Back here at home, over the airport, it is a cloudy sky, 77, feels good outside. Today's gonna be a lot cooler than the last couple of days because of the clouds and the rain-cooled air. We'll take that. Matter of fact, we have a north wind in place at 12 miles an hour. Humidity down a little bit thanks to that north wind component. Depending on where you're at, right? So temperatures across the board, 70s in the area-wide region, area 81 at Castroville, a little warmer towards Devine, 81 at Devine, 81 at Moore, 80 at Stinson, and similar numbers across the region. Let's take a look at this right here. Just want to look at, real-time conditions right below me. So this is traffic. That's I-35 at Topperwine. There's south at 1604. So it just shows you it's cloudy outside, a few breaks in the sky. Especially in western San Antonio. Temperature-wise, 81 at Hondo, 84 at Del Rio, 90 at George West, 89 at Beeville. Lower 70s in the hill country where they got a little bit more rain earlier this morning. So they caught in on more of the action, where San Antonio, we just kind of saw the tail end of energy move through the area. Matter of fact, there's still some rain out there, mostly southeast. So Gonzales, Cuero, Karnes City, east of Wilson County, that's where they're seeing a little bit more rain. So if you have any friends or family, if you're watching from this area. West of Yoakum, south of Gonzales, we have a pretty nice complex of thunderstorms moving in that area, producing some lightning and some heavy rain. That's pretty much it. Let's look towards the San Antonio area, mostly quiet, maybe a couple of areas of sprinkles towards China Grove, Elmendorf, but very spotty activity. Most of this is clutter, but there are a couple of isolated showers and storms now entering so southeastern Kendall County and far northwest San Antonio. So Scenic Oaks, Cross Mountain, you may get clipped by a spotty shower. But there is some thunder and lightning just east of Bernie this morning. And I think after this little wave moves through by about 11:30, 11:45, we'll see some sunshine. We'll see some clearing for the rest of the afternoon. But this evening, daytime heat may spark off another round of some spotty activity. So we'll show you that in a second. And again, there's some lightning and thunder just southeast of Bernie. Here are the rain estimates. So San Antonio really didn't see a lot, and we got clipped by this. And if you did see rain, it was a very small amount, probably between like 1/100th to 1/10 of an inch of rain, especially like far northwest San Antonio. It was really towards like parts of eastern Bandera County, north Kendall County, and then parts of western Gillespie and northern Kerr County that saw more heavy rain. Which accumulated anywhere from like maybe a half an inch to an inch and a half of rainfall. So these are just some of the rain estimates. It wasn't a lot in San Antonio, but it was really more north towards the hill country. So today's timeline, and first, severe weather outlook. We're in a level 1 at a 5, so this is a marginal risk. Later tonight, into early Wednesday morning for isolated storms that could be severe. Just from what we're looking at, hail is really not much of a threat. Gusty winds, not much of a threat. I think it'll be, if anything, very isolated street flooding. If you get caught under one heavy thunderstorm, that's what it could cause. By Thursday, still in a level 1 out of 5. So next few days, while it's not everywhere and all-day rain, the rain that does move through could be heavy at times. So here's one guidance and one computer model. By about 9 or 10 p.m. tonight, isolated spotty activity could get going with the heating of the day. After sunset, temperatures cool down, but with the heating of the day, that may generate a couple of isolated storms in the area. This is one opinion on what could happen tonight, one computer model, so just take it with a grain of salt. So anywhere from San Marcos, Floresville, San Antonio, Hondo, Pearsall, expect spotty thunderstorms that could be heavy in the area and could produce some lightning, some thunder, and some localized very, very heavy rain. That's just the pattern we're in. We're in a very volatile, conducive environment that can produce rain. While it's not everywhere with this particular model, it could be over your area, your side of town, over the hill country, which could lead to some heavy rain, localized heavy rain. So again, take it with a grain of salt. This model paints out some pretty, heavy pockets of rain through about, 4 or 5 a.m. Backs off by 7 or 8, but we can see some lingering showers by tomorrow morning. A lot like this morning when we saw a couple of showers moving through. Tomorrow afternoon, a mixture of clouds and sunshine, highs in the upper 80s, lower 90s, and then more spotty, isolated activity tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, same thing into Thursday morning early. Now, this is the IBM model. This shows, I think this is overdoing it, but I would say on average between now and about Friday, as we see these waves of rain move through, which by the way could happen late at night or pre-dawn while you're asleep, or sometimes in the afternoon and evening. By about Friday, we could accumulate potentially on average between 1 to 3 inches of rain. Some localized areas maybe up to 3 to 4, but again, I think this model is a little overdoing it. It just depends on where exactly these thunderstorms, these large supercells, set up and establish heavy precip rates and isolated street flooding. So again, just take it with a grain of salt, but we do have rain in the forecast tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and into Thursday, potentially into Friday as well, which is why we have weather impact alerts for today, tomorrow, and Thursday. We may add Friday into that mix, just depending on what exactly happens with our, our trends, our forecast models, and things like that. But thankfully, with clouds and rain, cooled air, highs not as hot as this past weekend, we're forecasting about 92 to 93 today, which is seasonal. 90 Wednesday and cooler on Thursday, 88 for a high temperature. 90 on Friday. Temperatures go up a little bit more above average, mid-90s Saturday and Sunday with some leftover lingering showers later this weekend as we progress into the middle of June. By Father's Day, high of 94, a little breezy, 94 degrees, hot and sunny, with some spotty activity, but most of this weekend looks to be fairly dry. Next week produces very similar weather, what we typically see for June. Hot weather, lower to middle 90s, sunny, but it looks like next 3 to 4 days, this will be the last chance, at least for some good soaking rains for the next 10 days. So we're hoping this materializes and gives us some pretty good rain in the area. But again, 90 on Wednesday, 88 on Thursday. We'll take what we can get with the rain. With just this active weather pattern, while again, it's not going to be everywhere, active weather moving through, download the KENS 5 app. It is free. We have push notifications, we have alerts, we have our local and up-to-date weather forecast on what you need to know around San Antonio and around the area. So the Hill Country, South Central, South Texas, this is all a very similar forecast that is evolving through today, tomorrow, and Thursday. You'll have the up-to-date weather on the KENS 5 app. And again, push notifications alert with this free app. Download today. Why not? If not, no worries. High temperatures near 90 on Wednesday, 88 on Thursday, and rain chances trend down by the weekend with daytime highs back in the middle 90s. Not bad. A little bit above seasonal average on Saturday and Sunday. 93 on Saturday and about 94 on Sunday.